Good morning, this is Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and today we're going to be working on using some new products out of the annual catalog, and they are on pages 62 and 63. I'm going to be using this paper again like I did on my video last week. And we're going to use these dies, one of them, the second to the largest, and then some stamp sets. So let's get started on this card. I'll tell you what we're going to be using. I have instructions that will be on my blog that you can download and print. So we're going to use the Countryside Corner dies. This second to the largest. We're going to use the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder and the Petal Park stamp set, Sentimental Park stamp set, Go-To Greetings and Timeless Arrangements. And then I'm going to be using Night of Navy ink and Balmy Blue ink. Let's see, what else? You can use these adhesive backed sequins, the blue ones. I had some retired ones that I put on my card, but on this card that I'm going to demonstrate, I will use the pastel adhesive backed sequins. Going to use the, let's see, this is called the Petal Park Builder Punch. This one is the Bow Punch. So I'm going to use those. And so let's get started. So this card, if you look at it, it's got these two little openings. I learned this from Ruth Magnus. Trice Magnus. She has Artful Stampin' Space. I changed the dimensions just a little bit so that when you fold it over like this, it'll fit in your envelope. So it's an A2 card size. It fits perfectly in the envelope. And then I stamp the envelope. And then the back of it is where I used this Countryside Corners die. You can use any die that you have, or you don't have to use a die. You can just put a rectangle piece of paper or basic white cardstock on the back. I just like the way that looked. So this is the card we're making. Set that over there. Okay, you'll need some boho blue cardstock, 11 by 4 1/4. I scored it like this at, I scored it this way. This is 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 9, and 10. Okay? And then you'll need another piece of boho blue that is 5 1/2 by 3. So, yeah. And you'll score this one at 4 and 5. And then you're going to have two mountain folds like that. These are all mountain folds because you're going to create a box like this. Okay? So the first thing you have to do after you do this, number one, you're going to want to print off my instructions because I have all the supplies, the cutting, and then the assembly, and then I put a few pictures in here for you to kind of help. And watch the video. Okay, first thing I did was I stamped the open outline in Balmy Blue full strength, and then there's a fill-in stamp, and I stamped this in Balmy Blue, stamped it off, and then lined it up and stamped it, and I did that twice, both of these twice. And let me show you how I did that, I went ahead and stamped happy birthday on here. Then I took my inside piece, or my piece for the back. I tried to do all my stamping first. And I stamped my sentiment. The sentiment came from Timeless Arrangements. And it was, hope your day is filled with everything good. This is a birthday card. I'm going to stand up so I can get this straight and right side up. So you're going to stamp that in the center, or as best you can in the center. It's like so. Okay? And then you're going to take, I should tell you where those stamps come from. Okay. The ones on this came from Petal Park, and it's this one and this one. Okay? Now I'm going to use these two for this, because I want it to look like this. So you're going to take your outline, one, stamp in this corner. Okay, do it again in this corner. And then while you've got this out and already inked up, you're going to take your envelope, and in the lower left corner, you're going to stamp this again. It's like so. Okay? Then you're going to take the fill-in. That's what I call it. Your fill-in stamp. And I didn't want this full strength, so you're going to stamp off, line it up. Doesn't have to be perfect unless you're me. And stamp, just like so. And you're going to do the same thing to this one. Off, line it up, stamp. Okay. Stamp off, line it up, and stamp. And that's it. That's how you do it. And you do the same thing with these. You have the outline stamp and the fill-in stamp. And you want to stamp it so that your small flower is at the top and the bigger ones are on the edge. I'll show you why. It's out of the way. Because you're going to take your punch, this punch, and you're going to line this up like this. And they line up nearly perfect. And punch. Okay? And then you're going to do it to the other ones. Just like so. Okay? And then, the only ones you're going to use for this is a big one and the two medium-sized ones. And then you're going to take this punch, and you need 3 of those. So bear in mind that you're going to, well, you need this so that it looks like that. So you want to make sure you have room for that. So you're going to punch one in this little corner. There's one. I think I can get one over here without messing with my sentiment. There's another one. And then you need one more. Oops, spread stuff everywhere. Okay. I don't know where all those flew, but anyway. So that's the punching that you're going to do. Then for this, I used this because it was easier for me. You can use your your cutter. This just was easier for me. This is no longer available, but some people are selling theirs. You might be able to get it. And I made it, let's see, it ended up being about 3/4 of an inch. So, okay, and I cut a little bit more off of this end, so it's about 3 inches long. Oh, I think it's, 3 inches, about like that. Okay, and then you can just take your scissors, or there's a label punch that you can use, but this works too. You just go down the very center, or as close as you can get. Cut. You don't always have to have the punches. And you can make your little banner. Just like so. Okay? And you do the other side. I like to do all of this first and then start putting my card together. That way all your stamping's done. Just like so. Okay. There's your sentiment. And you're going to put dimensionals on the back of this, so it's ready for when you want to put it on the front of your card. And some of this stuff I've already done, just because it saves time, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do it all. So there's that. And then I want a dimensional on the back of this big flower, like so. Okay, and then I took this and a sponge dauber, my Night of Navy ink, and I sponged around this because I like the way it makes it stand out on your card. You can find all these products except that cutter that I used in the annual catalog. When I'm cutting sentiment labels, that other thing is just easier for me to use. And I don't have very much room on my desk to put stuff, so there's that. Okay, now let's assemble this card. The first thing we're going to do is put on our pieces. This piece is let's see, 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. This one is 2 3/4 by 3/4. So we're going to take this, and there seems to be a right side up on this to me, because there's a couple little flowers right here I wanted up. So we're going to glue this to this left hand side, or the biggest side of this piece. So I'm going to do all my gluing, and then we're going to assemble after we're all done putting our pieces on. So we're going to glue this here, like so, and then this one I'm going to glue on this side. Okay, right here. Now I know Ruth did this one in centimeters, and I think she did one in inches also, but her piece like this was 6 inches across, and it didn't fit in my envelope, so I had to shorten it. So this piece we've got 3 pieces of designer series paper, and they're directional. So this one I'm putting here, and it is 4 by 3. So let's glue that one down. I have on my instruction sheet, gives you all the item numbers, so it makes it easy for you to order. So this goes on the right, far right of the largest section of this card. Okay, just like so. These pieces are going to go on this outside, like this. So this one goes here, and then these, one goes on each side, like so. Okay? So let's glue the center one down. Make sure it's right side up if you're going to use the piece that has the birds on it. There's also one with bunnies. It's very cute. So I'll put this one here in the center of this part of the fold. This piece is 4 by 2 1/4. These are 4 by 3/4. This is 3/4 inches wide by let's see, 4? No. This is Night of Navy. 2 3/4 by 3/4. This one is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. I'm not sure what I told you, but it's on my instructions. Sometimes I say the wrong size in my video, so make sure you go and get my instructions so that you get the right dimensions. Because sometimes I say them wrong. So don't depend on what I say. You go get my instructions, and that should help you get it right. Okay. So that gets glued here. Just like so. Now, the next part is the assembly of this card. So this is going to be like this. And the easiest way that Ruth said to do it is to fold it down like this, fold it over. Then you get it exactly where you need it, so that, because you're going to put glue right here. So let's do that. If I can get the glue to come out. Okay. Okay. So fold it so that your designer series paper is on the left. And lay it down and do like this. So it looks like this on this side and like this on this side. Okay. And then you're going to go like this, and you've got your first little box right there. Okay? Now this one is similar, only what I did, you're going to have to make sure that this fold doesn't go over this edge. So you're going to fold this way. And let me see, get this right. Because when you close your card, it's going to close. It's going to close like this. Okay? So you want to close this down. Fold it so you can see this. Lay this on here, like so. The first thing that I did was put glue here on this fold, just to make sure I got it in the right place, because I made a card that did it wrong and it didn't work. It went over the edge. So you're going to lay this down like so and center it kinda. here and here, and then here and here. So it's going to look like this, okay? And then you want to make sure you get that glued on there. Like so, okay? You want it straight. That's why I'm using liquid glue, okay? So that's that part. Then you're going to open this up. You're going to figure out, okay, it's a little bit more than halfway. So, a little right there. And you're going to put glue. Make sure you don't go over, or you're going to glue your card shut. So you're going to put glue over here in this half of the card, just like so. Because you want to glue this to this, just like so. I tried to put pictures on my instructions, but it's really helpful if you watch this video. So then when you open your card, it looks like this. You got these two rectangle shapes, okay? That's the front. And then you can go ahead and put this, pull this down, pull this, put this on the back. So you have your sentiment, your little message on the back of your card. So I just centered this back here, like so. Okay. There's your back of your card. There. Get her right side up and the front. And it folds into your envelope like that. Okay? Now let's decorate this. So you've got your happy birthday and your flowers. So the first thing I did was put this flower where I wanted it. And I wanted it kind of right here in this corner. Okay. Then I put a little dab of glue on this flower, just in the center. If you can get your glue to come out, put it right here. Okay. And I did the same with this one. Come on. Put it over here. Like so. Then I have a combo glue in a small thing. Let's go ahead and put this on here. And the last thing we're going to do is put those stems with the little flowers on them. So I put this kind of, not quite in the center, but you can, just like so. Okay. Okay, then I took these and I cut about half of the stem off right at the bottom of each one of them to make sure that I could tuck it under without interfering with. I want to make sure that the stem was short enough. Okay, like so. And then I took my little glue bottle. I got these off of Amazon. I just put, if I can get it to come out, just a little dab on each of the flower buds things, and then I put some on this stem right here. Don't have to, I did. And then I tuck this one under this corner, right here under this flower. I tried to make sure that it didn't hang over. If it hangs over, you can cut your stem a little shorter because you don't need it. If you can hang on to it, sometimes my fingers don't work. Right. And you're just going to tuck that under, right there, like so. So that it doesn't hang over any of the edges. Okay? You can do that to each one of them and place it where you want it. Not sure which is the right side of this, so I guess it doesn't matter. Tuck this one under this flower over here. Just lift it up. Tuck it under. And then this one. Stick. And the last thing you have that you can do is put your sequins on. Like I said, on my original card I used some retired sequins, but there's some sequins that I think will work. They're in the new catalog. So this you're going to put just under this flower, right here, like so. Okay, just like that. Put the lid on your glue so your thing doesn't dry up in there. And then you got your sequins. And you're going to put a sequin in the center of each of your flowers. There's quite a few sequins in here too, so I think these will look pretty in there. Let's see, you can use whatever color you want. I was just trying to keep within a color scheme, all blue. So that's why I used all blue. And that's your card. Give me a thumbs up if you like this card. Subscribe to my channel. Share it. I wanted to let you know if you want to purchase from me, you do the down arrow and it'll take you to my blog, and there you will find a shop now button, or you can go directly to my store, elainescustomcards.net. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you want a catalog, just order $50 in my online store and I'll send you a catalog and some little tabs to go with it. These don't come with the catalog. These are an extra thing that I will send to you with a $50 order and a new catalog if you don't have one. So I hope you have a blessed day and that you have fun stamping. I wanted to show you something else I was working on, not related to stamping. I made myself a hat. I like to crochet, and I was gone over the weekend and I crocheted this cute hat. Can't wait to wear it. What do you think? Anyway, I hope you have a blessed day and that you have fun stamping and enjoy your summer. Thank you for watching.